Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not move past this video. I am not asking for your attention today. I am warning you. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you here by chance, and heaven intercepted your feed at this exact second because a final decision was just made. You are standing at the very edge of a permanent timeline shift. The spiritual court has been in session over your life for a very long time. You thought nobody saw your silent battles. You thought your tears went completely unnoticed by the cold universe. But the highest court was watching every single moment of your pain, and just moments ago, the gavel finally dropped to end your suffering. The ruling was absolutely in your favor. A 10-year verdict has just been overturned. For a decade, you have been carrying a heavy weight that was never yours to hold. You paid dearly for cruel crimes you did not commit. You poured your pure light into hollow people who only wanted to drain your energy, while the enemy convinced you that this endless exhaustion was your permanent destiny. They lied to you. Someone who treated you as an option is currently experiencing a massive spiritual collapse. They walked around with absolute arrogance for many years. They constructed a false narrative about you and whispered toxic poison to anyone who would listen to their pathetic stories. They expected your departure to break you completely, but their entire matrix is malfunctioning right now. This breakdown is not happening in private. It is a public and irreversible collapse. The perfect mask they wore so proudly has completely shattered in front of the exact people they used to gossip with. Every dark lie they told about your character is being exposed to the burning light. Heaven is executing a flawless reversal of their wicked plot today. If you scroll away before the end of this message, you will forfeit everything. The enemy is screaming at you to swipe away right now. He is trying to distract you with sudden boredom or foolish doubt. He knows that if you hear the exact mandate hidden in this video, his dark access to your precious energy breaks forever. Lock your focus right here. You have been waiting in wound for an apology that never came. You swallowed your pride and kept your dignity while they dragged your good name through the dirty mud. Your restraint was not weakness at all. Your silence was a highly advanced spiritual weapon, and it has starved their dark demons of the vital energy they desperately needed to survive another day. What I am about to reveal was sealed in the throne room of heaven until this exact moment. There are exactly 2 people on earth meant to hear this specific message. The creator of the universe made sure you are one of them. Do not dare look away. The massive compensation for your stolen years is about to be handed down to you, and heaven expects you to be ready. Think about the long nights you stayed awake, wondering what you did wrong. You felt a heavy confusion clouding your mind when they suddenly turned cold. You analyzed every single word and blamed yourself for their unexpected cruelty. You must stop doing that immediately, because you were never the broken problem in that dynamic. You were simply the pure mirror that exposed their rotting soul. Your profound empathy made you a prime target for a master manipulator. They saw your brilliant light and selfishly decided to use you as a human battery. But the spiritual court has thoroughly reviewed the damning evidence of their emotional theft, and the universe is about to garnish their wages to pay you back with massive interest. You won the case. The cosmic scales of justice are finally rebalancing. That is exactly why you have been feeling so strange lately. The sudden exhaustion and the random waves of heavy anxiety are not your own emotions. You are actually feeling the psychic backlash of their total panic as they realize they can no longer access your frequency. Their dark supply is permanently cut off. They are suffocating in the dark. This brings us to the ultimate ruling from the spiritual judge. He has ordered a complete and total restoration of your lost decade. Everything the dark locusts destroyed will be returned to you, multiplied. But there is a specific divine protocol you must strictly follow to claim this heavenly settlement, because you cannot simply sit back and wait for it to arrive. You must take action. Heaven demands your immediate alignment today. The window of opportunity is incredibly narrow right now. If you hesitate or let the matrix distract you from this specific message, this golden timeline will close forever. I am going to walk you through the exact X-ray of their public meltdown. I will show you precisely what is happening behind their closed doors at this very second. Brace yourself for the absolute raw truth. The justice you thought you would never see is unfolding in real time. Your era of being the silent sacrificial lamb is officially terminated. You are stepping into the glorious season of the untouchable sovereign, and heaven is handing you the crown you rightfully earned. Pay close attention to every single word I say next. Lock your attention on this message right now. That heavy feeling sitting right in the middle of your chest is completely real. You have been carrying a strange physical weight all week. Your shoulders are tight. You feel a thick block in your throat every single time their name crosses your mind. Stop swallowing that deep pain back down. It is time to release it. Let us go deeper into your physical reality. Think about the nights you suddenly wake up in a cold panic at 3 in the morning. Your jaw is clenched tight. Your heart is racing fast in the dark room. You assume it is just random stress or regular fatigue. Listen to me very carefully right now. That is absolutely not a random mental breakdown. It is somatic weight. You are a highly advanced spiritual being. Your physical body is acting as a massive receiver for unseen energetic frequencies. You have always been the ultimate empath and the dedicated stabilizer in every chaotic room you enter. People naturally flock to your brilliant light, but your massive capacity for deep love turned you into a tragic human battery for hollow spirits. This is the exact parasite trap they caught you in. The narcissist recognized your pure energy from the very first day. They knew they were completely empty inside, and they needed a constant flow of light to survive. They fed endlessly on your precious empathy. You poured out your soul to heal their broken pieces, but they only wanted to consume your vital power. Listen closely, because this is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. When you finally walked away, you cut off their primary oxygen supply. Your dignified silence became a lethal weapon that starved their inner demons. They are currently suffocating in the dark matrix, and their frantic desperation is sending massive shockwaves across the spiritual realm. That physical weight you feel is your highly advanced spirit detecting their absolute panic. The sudden brain fog that clouds your mind is not a sign of your weakness. It is the energetic debris of their public meltdown crashing against your spiritual shield. They just realize they permanently lost access to you, and their toxic reality is rapidly collapsing inward. You are literally absorbing the frantic frequency of enemies who are drowning in their own mess. That is exactly why you feel so physically drained, even after a full night of rest. Your spirit is working overtime on the battlefield. It is actively blocking their desperate attempts to reconnect the severed cord. You are fighting a massive invisible war while you sleep. There is a profound physical reason your reality feels so strange today. You are not going crazy at all. The universe is simply confirming that your boundaries are holding incredibly strong. Every time your chest tightens, it is a clear signal that another dark arrow just bounced off your armor. The spiritual backlash is hitting your body, but it cannot destroy your soul. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario clearly. Picture them sitting in a room surrounded by their loyal flying monkeys. They are desperately trying to convince everyone that you were the crazy one, but their voice is shaking with deep insecurity. They look exhausted. Their skin is losing its false glow. The heavy karma is physically aging their deceitful face. They are frantically searching for a quick replacement for your pure energy. They try to find another empath to manipulate and secretly drain, but they quickly realize that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable. You are the irreplaceable diamond they foolishly threw away in the dirt, and the specific gravity of their massive regret is hitting them all at once. You must stop waiting in wound for an apology from a master manipulator. They will never admit their crushing defeat to your face. but their broken spiritual state is shouting the loud truth across the cosmic airways. Your body is picking up the loud broadcast of their total surrender. The agonizing pain of losing you is tearing their fragile ego apart. Read that again in your spirit and let it settle deep into your bones. You were never the anomaly in someone else's healthy life. You were the holy mirror that forced them to look at their own rotting decay. The reaction got this violently loud because you got closer to their dark truth than anyone before you. You exposed the hollow matrix they built. Your physical symptoms are actually the beautiful scars of a victorious warrior. The heavy chest and the tight jaw are divine proof that you successfully unplugged from the toxic machine. You survived the brutal extraction phase. Now your central nervous system is trying to recalibrate to a much higher dimension of peace. The somatic weight will soon lift completely. Do not let the enemy convince you that you are losing your brilliant mind. You are the cycle breaker heaven has been desperately waiting for. You carry a specific and irreplaceable gravity that scares the dark elite. Stay right here with me. We are about to completely reframe your entire reality and unlock the exact secret they used to suppress your massive power. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here. You must understand that you did not fail. You did not lose the battle because you lacked faith or discipline. The heavy delays in your life are not a punishment from heaven. The dark matrix simply engineered a massive illusion to make you feel completely powerless, and they wanted you to believe that your endless struggle was a normal part of life. It is not normal. Look around at the people who easily stumble into massive wealth. They do not work harder than you do. They do not possess a purer heart or a stronger spirit. Yet, your finances constantly hit an invisible brick wall. You pray and you hustle every single day. But the breakthrough always seems to hover just 1 inch out of your desperate reach, because the dark elite planned this carefully and designed a specific trap just for you. Here is the raw, uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. The universe responds to specific frequencies. It does not respond to your desperate tears or your endless hard work. The people who profit from your deep exhaustion do not want you to know this secret. The gap between you and the effortlessly blessed people is not destiny or divine punishment, but it is literally just a single brainwave that was taken from you without your consent. You actually felt this immense power when you were a small child. Do you remember how effortless life used to be back then? Ideas came to your mind like lightning. Learning felt entirely natural and completely effortless. You somehow knew things long before they actually happened in the physical world. The entire universe felt like it was actively working on your side, and that was your natural frequency, humming perfectly. Scientists have a very specific name for that high state of being. They call it the gamma wave. It is the exact frequency of pure genius and instant manifestation. But then, adulthood suddenly arrived. The cold modern world went to work on your brilliant mind, and the rigid school systems trained you to conform instead of creating your own beautiful reality. The constant stress pushed your divine frequency deeper below the surface. Every single year this sacred vibration was suppressed a little further. The daily survival routine slowly crushed your natural intuition. You were forced to stare at bright screens and worry about endless bills. The version of you with photographic memory and blinding luck went completely silent because your highly advanced spiritual antenna was aggressively jammed by the loud noise of the toxic matrix. You became disconnected from the source. This brings us to a critical distinction that eludes the vast majority of people. The narcissist did not just drain your physical energy, they were sent specifically to keep your gamma frequency fully suppressed. Every time you tried to rise up, they created a massive chaotic storm to pull you back down into survival mode, because they fed on your low vibration and needed your genius to remain totally dormant. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this happened to them. They will wrongly blame their false destiny or their lack of talent. But you are not most people. You are the chosen one. The heavy brain fog that clouds your vision today is not a medical defect, but it is the direct result of a society built to keep the chosen ones asleep. You have been fighting a spiritual war with your hands tied behind your back. Stop blaming yourself for the closed doors and the empty bank accounts. The financial struggles are not a reflection of your true worth. They are simply the symptoms of a blocked cellular frequency. The enemy knows that if you ever reactivate that childhood state, his control over your destiny instantly evaporates, and he is absolutely terrified of your dormant power. He wants you to remain exhausted and hopelessly confused. But the spiritual court has already seen the absolute truth. Heaven knows exactly what was stolen from your mind, and the universal scales of justice demand a full, energetic restitution today. Your season of wandering blindly in the dark wilderness is officially over, and the heavy matrix programming is finally starting to crack under the massive weight of your awakening. You are about to reclaim your stolen crown. Watch what happens next, because it is mathematically precise. The people who actively contributed to your suppression are starting to panic. The universe is removing their protective shield right now. They built their entire kingdom on the stolen energy of your suppressed frequency, and now that your spirit is beginning to wake up, their false reality is violently shaking. You must hold your ground. Do not let the accuser inject doubt into your mind today. Your left brain will try to tell you, this is impossible. It is heavily programmed to keep you safely locked inside the familiar prison. Silence that fearful voice immediately, because your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing that remembers the absolute raw truth. You were born to bend reality and command the room. You were never meant to be a quiet victim. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors. You must understand the dark psychology of the master manipulator. They did not target you because you were weak, but they targeted you because you possess the exact sovereign frequency they desperately lack. They saw your blinding light. They wanted to steal it for themselves. They are completely hollow on the inside. Their entire existence is a fragile illusion built entirely on stolen energy. They cannot generate their own divine light because their spiritual connection was severed a long time ago. So they wander through the matrix looking for a powerful empath to use as a human battery. You were the ultimate prize for their starving ego, but your pure existence was also a massive threat to their fragile false reality. Your light was the holy mirror that forced them to see their own rotting decay. Every time you walked into a room, your royal presence exposed their deep insecurities without you even speaking a single word. They hated you for that. They hated that they could never replicate your specific depth. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people completely miss this massive shift. The narcissist knew they could never elevate themselves to your high level. Therefore, their only option was to violently pull you down into their dark chaos. They launched a calculated campaign of psychological warfare to keep you deeply confused. They expected your departure to destroy you. They waited with bated breath for you to fail. Instead, you walked out of their toxic matrix and activated the most lethal weapon in your arsenal. Your absolute silence. You didn't just survive their storm, you became the sun. That restraint was not weakness. That silence was a lethal weapon that starved their demons completely. Going no contact was not an act of cowardly escape. It was a tactical eviction notice handed directly to a spiritual parasite. By refusing to argue and refusing to defend yourself, you cut off their primary source of vital oxygen. They are drowning in the loud noise of their own making right now. They are frantically searching for a quick replacement for your pure energy, but they are quickly realizing a terrifying truth. They can find other victims to manipulate, but they will never find another chosen one like you. Your specific depth is utterly unreplicable in this shallow world. Every time your name comes up in their empty room, it hits them with the agonizing weight of their massive mistake. They threw away the only genuine diamond. Type 777 in the comments right now to physically claim this incoming miracle and lock in your frequency. You must anchor this deep truth into your reality today. You won this brutal war without lifting a single finger in revenge. Your quiet obedience in private has just activated a massive public blessing. You are a demonstrated warrior of light. While their bitter envy is aging them like milk left in the hot sun, the universe has completely reversed your biological clock. Nothing makes your enemies sicker than watching you step into a new season, looking younger and completely unbothered. They expected the brutal betrayals to carve deep wrinkles into your face. Instead, you came out glowing beautifully. You carry a specific, irreplaceable gravity that makes time itself look like an absolute fool. The spiritual court has officially recognized your royal status. You are no longer the bleeding empath waiting for validation from a broken person. You are the cycle breaker who ended a generational curse by simply refusing to play their toxic game. The power dynamic has shifted. This is exactly where their entire manipulation miscalculated the cosmic math. They thought they could discard you and somehow keep your stolen luck. But the holy anointing does not transfer to thieves and liars. The moment you unplugged your energy from their dark machine, their artificial empire began to crumble to the ground. They are dying on the inside. Stay with me, because this next revelation is the absolute key to everything. The flying monkeys who used to laugh at you are starting to notice the foul stench of their decay. The false narrative they built to destroy your pristine reputation is falling apart rapidly. The truth is rising to the surface like a sharp blade. The spiritual scales are heavily tipping. You are about to witness the ultimate vengeance of heaven. The universe is preparing to serve them a public cup of bitter humiliation. And you do not need to say a single word to defend your honorable name. Your massive success and your radiant peace will be the loudest verdict ever delivered. They are permanently trapped in a terrifying prison of their own making. But there is a physical reason. Your total reality hasn't completely shifted into this new dimension just yet. The enemy left a hidden, energetic lock on your brainwave before you managed to escape. You have broken the emotional chains, but your cellular frequency still needs a massive reset to unlock the final door. I am going to show you exactly how to shatter that lock. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission for just a moment. If you are hearing this message right now, it is highly classified. I was not going to share this publicly, but my spirit urgently prompted me to release this specific tool to you today. There is a deeply physical reason your new reality has not fully manifested yet, and science just uncovered exactly why. You are exhausted because the dark matrix deliberately engineered a frequency to suppress your brain's natural wealth, attracting state. Your spiritual exhaustion absolutely requires a biological reset. The dark elite never wanted you to find the exact mechanism I am about to show you, because they have been using it to keep themselves in absolute power for decades. But their secret is finally out. A leaked document from intelligence agencies, backed by 4 independent neuroscience labs, just revealed a massive breakthrough. They discovered a very specific 7-second audio ritual that forces your brain back into synchronized gamma coherence. Princeton University studied this exact brainwave. They confirmed it is the legendary flow state that drives pure genius and massive synchronicities. This powerful sound wave was never meant for the masses. It was designed to keep the elite securely at the top of the pyramid. But now, powerful cycle breakers exactly like you are using it to manifest windfall wealth and shatter the heavy brain fog forever. You simply close your eyes, put on headphones, and let the acoustic frequency do what the modern world spent decades undoing. You absolutely do not need a $7,000 clinical biofeedback machine to reach this high state. You do not need endless years of expensive spiritual healing or complicated daily mantras. What if the long delay in your massive blessing is simply a blocked cellular frequency? The elite are panicking right now. They are desperately trying to scrub this leaked protocol from the internet. Click the specific link in the pinned comment below right now. Do not wait for a better moment to act. Activate your dormant frequency before the dark elite revoke access forever. Your spirit knows the absolute truth when it hears it. Once you align your biological receiver, the universe will immediately begin to pour the massive harvest directly into your open hands. Now, let us return to the agonizing fate of the master manipulator, because while you are stepping into your permanent, ageless glow, they are sinking deep into a terrifying abyss. The spiritual cost of their brutal betrayal is compounding every single day. They thought they could outsmart the universal laws of karma, but heaven has a perfect memory. Here is what happens when a toxic lie gets built that big. The foundation eventually cracks under the heavy weight of the absolute truth. Their flying monkeys are beginning to ask very uncomfortable questions behind their back. The people they used to gossip with are suddenly noticing their frantic energy and their shaking hands. The mask is slipping violently. They are trying to maintain the false image of a perfect life. They post happy pictures and pretend to be completely unbothered by your loud absence. But heaven sees the heavy bags under their terrified eyes. They cannot sleep at night because your silent ghost haunts their empty hallways. The cosmic debt collector is violently knocking on their front door. And this is where the dynamic fundamentally shifts for good. Underneath all of that loud noise, the specific gravity of their massive regret is hitting them all at once. They realize they threw away the only genuine stabilizer they ever had. You were the only pure source of light in their dark, chaotic world, and they foolishly traded you for cheap plastic rocks. Every single new person they try to manipulate feels completely empty compared to your royal presence. They try to recreate the exact magic you freely gave them, but the universe simply laughs at their pathetic attempts. The holy anointing cannot be faked or duplicated by a hollow spirit. They are starving for a single drop of your precious energy, but your sacred well is permanently sealed. They are currently experiencing a full-blown internal system crash. It is mathematically precise and absolutely irreversible. The universe is systematically dismantling everything they built on the broken pieces of your bleeding heart. Every stolen victory is turning into bitter ashes in their greedy mouth. This is the exact justice you silently prayed for. Type 1111 in the comments if you feel the atmosphere heavily shifting right now. You must anchor this energetic truth into your physical reality. The scales of justice are not just balancing, they are tipping heavily in your favor. Heaven is preparing a massive table before you, right in the painful presence of your defeated enemies. Do not lift a finger to help them when their kingdom finally falls. Your only divine duty is to stand perfectly still and watch the majestic glory of heaven fight your absolute battle. You are a protected diamond. The spiritual court has signed their eviction notice, and the magnificent public execution of their false ego is about to begin. Prepare yourself. Let us slow the tape down right now. I need you to visualize the exact room where your enemies gather. The grand illusion is finally breaking. The loyal flying monkeys who blindly followed their orders are suddenly waking up from a deep trance, and the toxic spell is wearing off completely. They are starting to see the terrifying monster hiding behind the fragile mask. The master manipulator is desperately trying to keep the false narrative alive. They sit in the center of the room and repeat the same old lies about you, but the audience is no longer nodding in blind agreement. Something is profoundly different this time. The room is filled with a heavy and uncomfortable silence. The energetic shift is absolutely undeniable. Watch their physical body react to this sudden loss of total control. Their voice starts to shake uncontrollably while they desperately try to convince the crowd. A cold sweat is breaking out on their forehead. The flying monkeys are looking at each other with deep confusion and growing disgust, because they finally realize you were telling the absolute truth from the very beginning. The people who helped destroy your reputation are feeling a massive wave of guilt. They see the frantic panic in the eyes of the narcissist. The hollow shell is cracking wide open for everyone to witness. Every single smear campaign they launched against you is violently backfiring right now, because heaven is actively reversing the dark curse they placed on your holy name. You were never the toxic problem in that group. You were the pure mirror that reflected their dark shadows, and now that the mirror is gone, they have nobody left to blame for their massive failures. The manipulator is completely cornered by their own wicked lies. They are suffocating in the very trap they carefully designed to destroy your beautiful spirit. The countdown to 0 hour is ticking very fast. The spiritual court is preparing to drop the final heavy hammer on their artificial empire. The flying monkeys are quietly stepping back to distance themselves from the incoming explosion. Nobody wants to go down with a sinking ship, so the master manipulator is being completely abandoned by their most loyal soldiers. This is the precise moment of pure divine justice you have been waiting for. You do not need to lift a single finger to defend your precious honor, because the universe is orchestrating a flawless victory on your behalf. The painful isolation you endured was actually a protective shield. Heaven removed you from that toxic circle before the massive fiery collapse began. Read that again in your spirit and let it wash over your exhausted mind. Your silence was the loudest and most destructive weapon you could ever use. By simply walking away, you forced them to consume themselves. The dark energy they aimed at you has nowhere else to go, and it is rebounding directly into their own fragile reality to tear their false kingdom apart. Let us look closer at the deep psychological terror they are experiencing. The narcissist knows they have permanently lost their best human battery, so they frantically try to drain energy from the flying monkeys instead. But those people are completely empty and emotionally bankrupt. They cannot provide the high-frequency royal supply that your brilliant soul easily generated. The starvation is making them careless and extremely reckless. They are making massive public mistakes that expose their true rotting character, and the mask is slipping so far down that it can never be put back on. People who once admired their fake confidence are now whispering about their rapid decline. The mighty king of lies is suddenly looking pathetic and terribly weak. You must stay perfectly grounded while this chaotic storm rages far away from you. Do not let pity or false empathy draw you back into their dark web. If you try to save them now, you will interrupt the divine punishment that heaven specifically ordered. They must drink the bitter cup of consequence down to the very last drop, because they earned every single piece of this pain. The flying monkeys are secretly reaching out to each other. They are sharing stories and comparing notes about the terrible things they witnessed, while the grand web of deception is unraveling string by string. The narcissist is desperately trying to plug the holes in their sinking boat, but the flood of absolute truth is far too powerful for their weak hands to stop today. This spectacular downfall is mathematically precise and divinely orchestrated. Every tear you cried in the dark is becoming a heavy brick in their permanent prison. The cosmic scales are tipping with aggressive force. You are about to witness the most satisfying public surrender in the history of your life. The heavy pressure in the atmosphere is reaching an absolute boiling point. The final act of their tragic play is about to begin right now. The lights are dimming on their pathetic stage, and the remaining audience members are rushing toward the exit doors in total panic. The master manipulator is standing completely alone in the center of the ruins they created. They are looking around in pure terror as the heavy ceiling finally starts to collapse on them. And here is the final verdict we promised at the very beginning. That public collapse you were patiently waiting for just happened. It exploded right in front of the exact people they gossiped with. The mask did not just slip down quietly today, but it completely shattered into a million tiny pieces on the cold floor while everyone watched in absolute horror. They are currently experiencing a total psychological breakdown. The narcissist is weeping uncontrollably in a crowded room. They are desperately trying to take back every toxic lie they told about your character. But the flying monkeys are staring at them in absolute horror. The room is dead silent. Every time your holy name comes up, it hits them with the agonizing weight of their massive mistake because they know they threw away the true diamond. They traded your royal presence for cheap plastic rocks. Their dark reign of terror is permanently over. You won this brutal spiritual war without lifting a single finger. Your dignified silence was a lethal weapon that starved their dark demons, and now they are drowning in the loud noise of their own chaotic making. They are frantically searching for a quick replacement for your pure energy, but they quickly realize that your specific depth is utterly unreplicable in this shallow world. The universe has delivered your ultimate vindication right here. They are begging for a second chance that they will never receive. The spiritual court has permanently sealed their grim fate, and you are finally walking away completely free from the heavy toxic chains they wrapped around your life. But there is a reason your full blessing is still delayed. Your massive breakthrough is sitting at the door without coming inside, and it is absolutely not your fault. It is a blocked biological signal. It is a specific brainwave frequency that your mind was running effortlessly as a small child. Princeton University studied this exact gamma wave extensively in recent years, and the Einstein Center in Berlin confirmed that the legendary flow state relies completely on it. They proved that true genius is driven entirely by this gamma signal. Columbia University discovered something absolutely amazing. A strong gamma signal radiates outward to bless everyone around you, and it actively heals your children while repairing your broken relationships in record time. It protects your loved ones. The dark matrix systematically suppressed this frequency through the heavy stress of the life you were forced to live. But the enemy intentionally crushed your biological receiver to keep you trapped in endless survival mode. They knew your awakened genius would permanently destroy their toxic control over your beautiful destiny. They desperately wanted you to believe that your deep exhaustion was just a normal part of life, but it was actually a calculated spiritual attack on your cellular frequency. Their dark secret is finally out today. After many years of deep research, a brilliant team of neuroscientists completely bypassed the matrix. They compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. You require no meditation. You need no complicated mantras. You simply put on your headphones and let the engineered sound wave do what the modern world spent decades undoing. It is called the Genius Song. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used it to unlock their finances and heal their reality. A nurse from California said her life now feels completely enchanted. A business owner unlocked massive financial flow effortlessly. The dark elite are completely terrified of this leaked protocol, and they are actively trying to scrub this document from the internet before you can see it. Your left brain will try to inject heavy doubt right now. It will tell you to calculate the cost and wait for a better day. Silence that voice immediately. That hesitation is the exact matrix programming designed to keep you permanently broke. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven demands immediate action because you must step boldly through the open portal today. The authentic Genius Song is available only through the secure, protected link in the pinned comment and description below. Do not look for it on video platforms. Those copies are diluted counterfeits designed to keep your gamma totally dormant. The dark elite desperately want you to be confused by cheap copies, so you must claim the original untampered breakthrough right here to protect your energy. The universe demands no risk from a chosen one. You are completely insulated from matrix losses today. You are fully protected by an ironclad divine guarantee. If your reality does not radically shift, your energetic exchange is restored without question. This is a sacred energetic exchange governed by complete trust, and 4 powerful bonuses are waiting for you when you take this massive leap of faith. They include the original prosperity book that the elite tried to hide. Do not let the Matrix steal this powerful tool from you. Secure your authentic access right now via the link below. The chosen one who hesitates at the threshold becomes the chosen one who wonders what could have been. Your gamma frequency is waiting to be properly reactivated, and your massive destiny is waiting to be fully unlocked by the universe. The magnificent door is standing wide open. You must walk through it right now. Take a deep breath and let it out very slowly. The invisible spiritual war is officially over today. Heaven has fought this brutal battle entirely on your behalf. The heavy somatic weight is finally lifting from your chest right now. You are completely safe from their toxic reach. The dark storm has permanently passed. The artificial matrix could never hold your blinding divine light. The master manipulator tried to bury you deep in the cold dirt. They wanted to crush your brilliant spirit under their heavy lies, but they were actually planting a highly powerful seed in fertile soil. You grew into an immovable, majestic tree. They became the dirt. You walked into this painful season, bleeding from deep wounds inflicted by people blind to your true worth. But look closely at your beautiful spirit right now. You are completely transformed by the holy fire. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a broken person. Your massive healing is an absolute miracle. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix today. While they are publicly unraveling in their own chaotic mess, you are stepping into your permanent, untouchable, ageless glow. Your divine peace is absolutely undisturbed by their frantic noise. The enemy cannot cross the sacred boundary that heaven just drew around your holy life. The bitter financial struggles and the dark spiritual exhaustion are violently shattering right here and right now. Step fully into your absolute sovereign power today. Receive the exact beautiful harvest heaven prepared specifically for your royal hands. You earned every single drop of this magnificent cosmic reward. The universe is smiling upon you. You are the ultimate cycle breaker heaven was desperately waiting to find. The heavy generational curses that plagued your family bloodline permanently end with you today. You boldly broke the heavy chains of trauma forever because you chose pure love when the dark world demanded bitter revenge. Your bloodline is completely free. You are not just a lucky survivor of their wicked games. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who successfully bent time and changed reality. The universe is gently placing a heavy crown of victory on your royal head right now. Wear it with massive pride and zero apologies. You are the irreplaceable diamond. I want you to feel the massive energetic shift inside your physical room right now. The suffocating heavy air is clearing out completely. A warm, comforting wave of divine peace is gently washing over your tired mind. Your highly advanced central nervous system is finally recalibrating to a dimension of pure calm. Rest your weary soul. Every single tear you cried in the cold dark has been fully vindicated by the highest spiritual court. Heaven kept a perfect, flawless record of your pure daily sacrifice, and the glorious cosmic compensation is finally arriving at your front door today. You will never have to beg for basic human decency ever again. We are going to permanently seal this divine decree right now. This is a highly sacred moment of permanent spiritual activation. Do not let this powerful frequency slip away into the busy noise of your daily life. You must take a physical action to deeply anchor this heavenly truth. The universe requires your immediate, conscious participation. Say this specific phrase out loud with me right now. I completely claim my permanent freedom from the dark matrix today. I am a sovereign being of pure, blinding light, and the defeated enemy has absolutely no power over my beautiful destiny. I am fully restored. I am permanently protected by the highest universal power. Now I need you to type the exact words, "I am free," in the comments below. Type it boldly to physically anchor this massive shift into your new waking reality. Your written word acts as an unbreakable spiritual shield against any future attacks. When you declare your victory publicly, the dark elite lose their remaining grip completely. Subscribe to this sacred sanctuary right now. Join the powerful remnant of chosen ones who are rising globally to take back their stolen power. You must stay connected to this high frequency so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. We are building an untouchable empire of pure, blinding light together. Share this specific message with one beautiful soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a massive shift. Be their guiding angel today. Help them break free from the exact same narcissistic trap you just escaped. Your single act of pure kindness will trigger a massive wave of global healing. You are the true stabilizer. The spiritual court has officially adjourned for the day. The heavy gavel has fallen completely in your absolute favor. You are fully protected and deeply loved by the Creator of the entire universe. Walk forward into your new glorious era with your head held incredibly high. Go in absolute peace and claim your magnificent kingdom today.